afternoon, everybody. Happy Tuesday. Here we are live and for the love of dragons. And Araya coming to you as I do every week with more tools, more topics connected to the dragons, and hopefully appropriate and associated with the time we're in right now on the planet. So, what's on my heart this week is actually the heart. We have a time that we're in where really everything moving into the fifth dimensional templates is about expansion through the heart. It's about really focusing on the heart as our main template and allowing ourselves to go into that. And here I've got my magic kitty Arthur, who's my little dragon buddy, just showed up as well. Talk about a heart piece. I don't usually like to bring them on camera, but he just popped up right away, so we'll let him be here and bring some love into the scene. Animals are great for that, aren't they? They bring that unconditional frequency to us to see if we can handle it, to see if we're ready to be embraced by that amount of love. So where I want to go today is the template of the heart, and this aspect of everything about the fifth dimension is essentially a template of the heart, because it is taking us, we have to be centered in the heart space in order to go there, in order to actually expand into it. Hello, Nancy. And I see some others joining on the call here. Hello, Tanya. We've got, gosh, a good crowd gathering, so this is always fun. But this aspect of many people talking about the fifth dimensional new earth, moving into those templates, what that's going to look like, and honestly, many of us don't know how that's going to operate with our physical body, how that shift is going to be. But I am starting to be shown, because we keep getting breadcrumbs, we keep getting the next step to introduce us gently to the energies, to bring us slowly into that shift so that we can actually handle it and make it in increments. And the heart space being such a critical piece, many of us have known this for a while, and the aspect of bringing our head and our hara, our power center, together through the heart, so that we're using knowledge and power always in a loving way and through that heart space. So that is where the 3D duality has been out of alignment from the heart and based either in the seeking of knowledge or the seeking of control and power, and using them in manipulative ways, often together, that aren't loving and aren't in everyone's best interest. So this is where we move into a fifth dimensional template that is totally heart-based, that is totally based on service to others instead of service to self. And in that space, you cannot be in it without being in the heart space. So we are having a lot of big emotional pieces come through right now. We are having a lot of breakdowns and breakthroughs right now. And this is why I love my Dragonheart group, and the fact that the whole goal of that is to get us living in the template of our heart, to get us living in communion with who we be on a soul, full energy, light body level. And that when we do that, and the beauty of it, like just this week, the energies are so powerful. We had 2 really big activations on Saturday with my Dragonheart group. That's been my previous ones that have finished the program, and they are now so connected to themselves that they are feeling things come up, energetic things. They call all the Dragonhearts and say, look, this is what's coming through, who feels aligned to it, because it's never about a have to, a must, a disappointment if someone doesn't show up. It's about allowing everyone to be who they be, and that those that are meant to show up and meant to be a part of that will align to it and show up. And so you may have felt on Saturday some very big openings through the heart space, some very big shifts energetically around the globe. And yesterday, I would say, would have been even bigger. I didn't expect an activation yesterday, but I have had on my radar for months now, since early in this year, that October 12th, somewhere in this week, this time frame, that for some reason that date was always sticking out to me as very significant as far as a big shift globally, but wasn't getting the information of what that looks like. Does that mean any physical shifts on the planet? Does it mean energetic or political shifts? Is it just through us individually? And what ended up coming about, because I now once a month do a gathering with all the Dragonhearts that have completed the program and want to keep gathering together and bring more information through and do things together, because there's continuous information every month that is coming through. And so to be able to have the group to share it, to hold a template of that higher frequency, gets things done. And it was really exciting yesterday to have a very powerful shift through the heart space that involved multiple spheres of beings around the planet that are aligned with helping Gaia ascend and having the heart song begin to be sung. And that heart song is a crucial piece of this, and why it's the template of the heart, and that essentially this has started. The song, singing, the chanting has begun with all of these groups in these specific spheres around the globe. There are six separate spheres of beings that are associated with actually helping Gaia to rise. And as always, there's a vessel needed through the human template. And Tanya here is saying, I notice many people are now getting in touch with the dragons that wants to learn, and a lot of lion in everywhere. There are so many lions showing up, and we'll thread this into what happened yesterday, because that heart space is opening. So as that heart space opens, it calls more and more into it, because as the heart song begins to be sung, and this is Gaia's heart song, and it's aligned with ours. We are, and my whole body's going off on this, we are aligned in a piece of that frequency with some of the notes that we hold within our own heart song, because we are here and present with her and are here in service. That as we feel that alignment to our own heart song, which is aligning to who you truly be, which for those of you that are showing up in this group are your dragon hearts. Most of you are dragon hearts because you actually have a huge dragon heart as that being your first and foremost incarnation. And so you hold codes for Gaia within your heart song, within your signature. That, for example, yesterday we had a gathering, and as we aligned in a meditation, not knowing that this would be what came up, we aligned to these six groups and started singing the heart song and merging it and allowing this to be what was shown. And what came through was that this was the beginning, that the chanting is now sounding and nothing can stop it, nothing can turn it off, that this is what's building in momentum and volume and harmony, that will keep building, that will keep sounding, and others will keep joining in until December 21st. When we get to December 21st, and that will be the crescendo, that will be the epiphany, or the magnetizing moment is the word that's coming. And I know there's a very large ceremony in Uluru with the Aboriginals there, that there are beings there who are pulling together their conduit as physical vessels here with all the Aboriginals that are in spirit, that are associating from the other side, to bring that crescendo of harmony, of the harmonic for Gaia, for her to actually move into that ascension, to move into that harmonic of the fifth dimensional earth plane. So it was very exciting and unexpected to see this start to happen. But what that means for you guys is that we have a real movement into the heart space. And I talked a couple weeks ago, I was led to talk about the water element, the emotional body. And I know for many of you it triggered big releases. I've been getting messages and emails from you about what that opened just by listening to that live, of feeling the energy of the water dragon, feeling that movement in the heart, because now as it starts to crack open, we're being taken into the higher levels of it. So this is why I'm surrounded today with some of that lineage. I brought some of my prints just to represent, because this is the beautiful silver dragon, and I just love how the sunset colors behind it just match that frequency of that just beautiful aligned heart space, and the crystal dragon here, because they both are very much a part of that. So moving up from the water dragon into the crystal dragon and the silver dragon, and then into the Syrian dragon with that aspect, with Mayor Khan of Sirius A, in that alignment, that's where the heart opening begins to happen, that you can take it to higher and higher levels as you're ready for it. But that this is the time that between now and December 21st, really focus on that, really allow your heart to keep cracking open, to feel yourself and invite yourself to set your intention to align to your highest level of being, to allow this merging into the heart to the greatest level you can without, extensive or foundational work with all of the dragons that might happen in a full 8 or 9 month program, or your own work for years with the book, that by going through you can keep going. There are always levels to go back to, but right now to really focus on cracking open your heart and allowing all of the shadows, the residue, the woundings, the traumas, the pieces that are hard to look at and feel, to let it just start pouring out, that you have assistance. And these guys specifically, the water dragon, the crystal dragon, the silver dragon, even the Syrian dragons, they're in the book with their mantras, with how to work with them. And that's one of the things we're working with this week. I'm so excited because Thursday we start the book club, which is one of my favorite things. This is actually the 8th round of book club, I realized. 2 and 8 are always magical numbers for me, so I find it very interesting that this one feels really potently timed as we move towards the solstice, and that there's going to be a lot of big openings in this one with the group that's coming together. I'm really excited to get started with that, and knowing that we don't just work with the book. It's not a book club as normal or as expected as you might think of, oh, you're going to read the book and you're going to talk about it. It is so much beyond that, because we reference the book, and I'm always willing to answer questions about the book, but we really focus on deeper discussions of how the work in the book opens you up to different things, or what's happening in individual journeys, and having explanations of how things fit in with the dragons. So I'm really excited about that, and I do only have one space left. If there's anyone out there been wanting to do it and feeling that call, just get a hold of me today and we'll get you in that last spot, because it's really an opportunity for massive, like, springboard forward in a short 6 weeks, mainly because of not just the discussions that always helps our mental body be happy and satisfied, but it's the guided meditations that happen each week within the group sphere, which adds that exponential aspect to the energetic work that really sees some things start moving for you on your journey. So if you've been struggling, trying to find a direction or a path of, like, I know things need to break open, what do I do? That really is an amazing opportunity, best bang for your buck as far as working with me or my programs, that for $333 it gets you in for 6 weeks and amazing things happen. So I'm excited about that. But that's another piece where we're working in this heart space right now. We are really moving into an understanding of it, an expansion of it, an allowance to realign ourselves, instead of always being up here in the worry, the stress, the fear. And even if we on a regular basis do yoga or meditation or drop ourselves down or live in a gentle way or a peaceful way, that there's more levels to opening the heart as we actually move into the expansion in the 5th dimensional plane, that there's more work to do there for us as humans to allow it. So just encouraging you to dive in, because I know these family of dragons, the water, the crystal, the silver, and Series A, there are dragons beyond that, and there will be some that come in and complement and work with them as well. But those 4 are going to take you through multiple levels of shift and transformation in your own heart space, especially if it's your intention and desire to do so. That when you start calling them in, they might even start showing up together to work tandemly through different layers and levels of what's going on that's been blocking your heart from being able to fully open, to soften and transcend all the human frailties and pain that we hold within the heart space. Those walls that get constructed, those glass boxes that you don't even know are there. That's the hard thing about it, is we might have thought, wow, I did all this clearing and healing, I worked through all these pieces, but this is still showing up in my life. This is still, like, not easy. It's not in flow. When we're in union, when you're really in a union state, everything is about balance, ease, and flow. So if you're not in balance, ease, and flow, then there's something that's out of balance, that is out of union or out of harmony, and typically the majority of that is going to at least have a thread touching the heart space that you can follow into the other places in your body, and let these dragons take you there. So hopefully that will be a great assist of what you can use the dragons for this week, and what to focus on, and allow yourself to just open and soften. So let's see here. We've got a whole bunch of comments, and I love that there's so many comments. I do see that they're like multiple lines of text, so they're quite long, which I love. So I'm going to have to go back and read them later. Unfortunately, on my small screen, they scroll up too quickly, and I miss them. But want to just be sure you're aware of all the tools available to you. So whether it's the book, a book club, a program, a session, getting one of these pieces, whether it's a dragon friend or a canvas print for your wall, as there's umpteen ways to get a specific frequency into your field that will help move and shift things. And if you're not sure what direction to go, and you've got questions about your journey, please call, or please message me so that we can get on a call. I do free discovery calls. They're 20-25 minutes, and we just go over, like, where you're at, what's your journey, what's going on. It's not a reading space, but it's a space to find the next steps for you. And and help you align to some things that would really assist, whether it's guided meditations or a session or a book. And here's Willika. Yes, Willika's joining in on Thursday. Very excited to have her join us for the book club. And I will see all of the book club members on Thursday. Very excited. I will see my Dragon Hearts shortly because we have our class every Tuesday. And I am still taking applications for that. I've got half the spots filled for 2021's program already. But there's definitely another half of the program spots open. So I've got 4 or 5 more spots because I only take 9 maximum. And for some reason, 8 has been the magic number with all the feline energies coming in and the transition from the dragons to the felines. But even as we transition, it doesn't mean our work with the dragons is done. It doesn't mean that we don't keep expanding with them. There's so much to learn and access, and they're going to be here until everybody's across that bridge, until everybody's moved into the 5th dimensional expansion. And so very exciting to have those opportunities. So if you've been thinking or feeling like, whoa, I know I'm a Dragon Heart, I want a bigger program, I want a really deep dive, the Way of the Dragon Heart, the Eye of the Dragon, is the first half of it, and we start off in January and we go for 4 months. And then you have an opportunity to jump in on the second 4 months as well to complete the full thing. And it's an application and interview process. Feel free to email or message me to get that information, to get the link for the application. And I would say that even if you're just not sure, that by doing the application, it starts triggering a process and an opening for you, whether you're meant to do the program or not. Typically, you'll have a heart call if you know you're supposed to do the program, but a lot of times just doing that application starts a process of movement within you that unlocks other things. So I'm always glad to do those interview calls, whether or not people end up in the program, because it gets you rolling, and that's what I'm here for. I want to get you rolling towards who you be and your connection with the dragons, and help you actually access and open to more and more of it. So thank you for being here. I always love visiting with you guys. I will see you next Tuesday, and have a great, great week. Take advantage of these energies, really dive in and see how deep you can go into your heart space. Much love to you guys. Bye.